Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So first of all, I welcome you all in our new coaching call, which is number 23. And in this call, we will be covering the program lifecycle domain. And as we have studied before also that will be a lot of questions coming from the exam content outline and also from the domain of the life cycle. Because and just for the revision, we have to see that we have different phases of the project of the program. First is the program initiation or formulation phase, planning, then we have program execution, then we have program closing phase. All the activities of any project or any sub program are covered under the program execution phase. That is the first broad concept from the life cycle thing. And then when we come to the exam content outline, there we have a lot of different steps going on, but the concept is that it is the initiation phase, planning phase, execution phase, monitoring and control, and closing phase. And when you go to the exam content outline, there are 35 tasks which are related to this domain. So that is very important. And based on this, now we are covering the questions from this life cycle domain. So let's start with our today's coaching call. And everybody can see question number 159.
Yes, I can
Okay.
see.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start. Okay, good. So Kamran Sahab, can you read the question?
Yes, you are a program manager for the construction of a new school in rural area. You evaluate which of the following in order to monitor and control the program while maintaining current program information.
Mhm.
So
First, we
here
will use
keep
yes. First, we will use the
yeah,
elimination technique, and you say the keyword.
elimination
What is the
technique.
keyword here?
Yes. So keyword is here monitoring and control, and
Mhm.
then program information.
Right.
So benefits register uh, because it's related to program information. So I think program status is the right option to see where we stand, whether what is progress, what are forecasts, and how we are you see monitoring the.
Right.
So
So
benefit register and other use those are in other domains.
mhm.
Benefits and stakeholder
Okay. So
and
just to
approved change request is not well.
yes, just to add on in this thing, the correct answer is C. But if when we use the elimination technique, so B is out of question because stakeholder has nothing to do with the information of the program. Okay. Then we have uh, D, approved change request. This is a makeup term, nothing to do with it. Then we are left with benefit register and program status. So the important thing to keep in mind here is that if he is talking about monitoring and controlling the benefits status, what are delivered, what is not delivered, what has to be delivered, then the correct answer would be the benefit register. But here, as we are talking only about the program, so here the correct answer is C, which is program status. Is it clear? Good. So welcome, Rajan. Can you hear us?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You are welcome in this coaching call.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Samir.
So,
Thanks a lot,
so
Rajan.
we just started.
Sorry for
So
being late.
no problem. So we just started. So because I didn't know whether you are joining or not. So we will continue with the
Sure.
questions, and then at the end we will
Sure.
have a small introduction. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So in this option number 159, the correct answer is C. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. 160. Question number 160. Rajan, you are supposed to give answers in the chat box, and then we discuss once you give the answers. You have to type A, B, C, or D. What is the correct answer that you feel? So
Okay.
here we have a counter which is 70 seconds counter. So for every question I start the counter. So you have to read the question and then whatever you feel is the correct answer, please type in the chat box. Okay. Tessinza, please read the question.
Sure, sir. You are a program manager for the construction of a new school in a rural area. This program consists of 7 constituent projects. What would you do upon completion of defined deliverables in order to ensure the scope is compliant with the functional overviews?
Right.
So the option is approve initiation of constituent project. So this should not be valid point, because
Mm.
this telling about initiation of constituent project.
Okay.
Approve closure of the constituents projects. So that will be the can be the right answer,
Okay.
because once deliverables done, we will go for the closure, and that
Mm.
will define about the functional overviews.
Right.
Okay. Approve a transition of constituent projects. So that will be later on transition. Then approve authorization of constituent projects. This also a point, authorization of constituent project, but the closure will cover everything: authorization, transition. So it will validate the functional overviews.
Okay, so Rajan, here the concept that in every question, what is our key understanding? You can unmute yourself. We have to look for the keyword, what the question is asking from us. That is our first target to
Okay.
get from the question. So here we have the first 2 lines are the stories. Okay, you are the program manager, like a background. The actual question starts from what would you do upon completion of the defined deliverables in order to ensure that the scope is compliant with the functional overview. So from this statement, we are getting the impression that we are going to close our deliverables. We have to validate the scope. We have to check that whether whatever was the agreed scope is about to be delivered or not. Okay, that is the background of the theme he's asking from us. So in that case, the correct answer is B, which is approved closure of the constituent projects, because it means we are in the program execution phase and he's talking about every project. So in the program execution phase, we have to close that project also. Then only we can go to the transition phase, which is to the program closure phase. Here we are talking about the project closure phase. So we are under the life cycle domain, then we are in the program execution phase, and under the program execution phase, we have to close the constituent projects to complete that scope, and then we will go to the program closure phase. Is it clear?
Will transition not come inside closure? Here it says approve closure of constituent project. That is, it is a period, right? There, I am not going to do anything else other than just closure.
Yes.
So, so transition is something that I will do first, and then this is the last step. I thought transition will come within this thing.
Yes, you are right. Transition is the first, then is the closure. But what he is telling you, what would you do upon completion of the defined deliverables? So defined deliverables are already been transitioned, and now we are going to complete it. So that's why we are going to go to the closure phase. And this is about the projects. This is about the constituent projects, not the program. So don't mix the program concept with the project concept.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a trick here. Here is talking about the projects, what you are doing with the projects, constituent projects. So you are in the program execution phase. Once it is finished, then we will transition the program to the program closure phase. Then everything will be done for the program. Okay. Clear?
Right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, when they say approve closure is, they are going to start the closure activities here once this approval is done.
Yes.
Is it right?
Yeah, is right, because for whenever you will study in complete program, the PgMP, whenever you have to initiate a closure phase, you have to get the approval from the steering committee or from the relevant sponsor or stakeholders. So whenever he will ask you the question for the closure phase, 90% of the time he will only ask you how you will initiate something, that is getting the approval from the constituent project. Then the closure activity will follow later on. Is it clear?
Got you. Thanks.
Good.
Yes, sir. I'm clear.
Good. Now 161. Rajan, can you please read the question?
Sure. You are a program manager for the construction of a new hospital in your city. The program steering committee asks you to analyze variance trends in cost, schedule, quality, and risks by comparing actual and forecast to planned values. What is the purpose to perform this analysis? So basically they are trying to say that whatever is planned, whatever is the actual, they are trying to compare what is the difference or what is the trends. So update the program change log. This will come only once there is a change is initiated or when they are looking for some new initiatives. So I will not go for this. Update the benefit register. It's nowhere related to this. Again, C is also nowhere related. So why do I compare between the planned and the actuals is to look for any gaps. So I will go for D. Identify corrective, not just corrective actions, or maybe it can be even an opportunity to go ahead.
Right, perfect.
Exploit it.
Right. So it's a very good understanding of the question. And here the key word is that we have to do some analysis by comparing actual and forecast to plan values. It means we are going to see what are the opportunities, what are the threats we have, whatever we need to improve if we are delay ahead or behind our targets. So here the correct answer is D, which is identify corrective actions or opportunities. Good. So all gave the correct answer. Next question, 162. Okay, Kamran sir, please read the question.
So you are a program manager for the construction of a new hospital in your city. It consists of 5 projects and 3 sub-programs. Cost variance analysis revealed that corrective actions are to be incorporated to ensure program resources are employed effectively in order to meet the program objectives. Which of the following documents will be updated? So first option, program plans. Second option, project plan. Third, program financial framework. And D, program resource management plan. So program program plans is basically comprised of so many other sub programs or plans,
Right.
right? So uh, but here we are specifically talking about the cost variance and corrective
Okay.
actions.
Okay.
So there should be a good option that will be more specific to this. So project plans, uh, project plan question is talking about program resources or program, you see, and there is no discussion about project, so it will be out. So program financial framework, it is also it is a part of planning phase actually, you can say, right? And these resource management, so as we have to you see align our resources, so I think D is the best option out of these 4.
Okay. And Tessin, why you gave A?
Yes, sir. Actually, the question asking is cost variance analysis revealed that corrective action to be incorporated.
Yes.
So cost variance this revealed to ensure program resources are employed effectively in order to meet the program objectives. So the keyword is here is program objectives. What are the cost variance analysis revealed? So it should be program plan. And regarding this one, resource are to employed effectively. So that will come later on to manage the resources. So that will be program resource management later on. But first we have to update program plans.
Okay. You know, the understanding from Kamran Saab and Tansi Saab are correct, but here, Kamran Saab, the point is that first of all, he's asking you which of the following documents will be updated. Number one, he's not asking about only one document. And he's not asking us which document will be updated first or which document will be updated second. If in any question he's asking you which of the document will be updated first, then your understanding is correct. We have to go forward only for the one plan. Okay. Secondly, as Mr. Tessin understood that this is cost variance analysis, it means that we have to manage or look something into the cost management plan also. Then corrective actions are to be incorporated. It doesn't say in which of the plan we have to implement the corrective actions. It can be maybe in the schedule, it can be in any of the subsequent plans of the program management plan. Okay. And whatever are the corrective actions, they have to be incorporated to ensure program resources are employed effectively in order to meet the program objectives. So here it comes to be program risk management plan, but actually he's saying us about what plans will be changed or what documents will be updated when we have to incorporate any corrective action. So that in that case, the correct answer will be A, program plans, not only one plan. Okay, if you read the, if we go to the exam content outline also, I will give you the background for this question also. It is from the exam content outline. There also the trick here is that he is not asking you about one plan. He is asking you about multiple documents. And the important concept to understand is that whenever he is saying you about corrective actions, like in the previous question also, I will show you that, I will link it with the previous question. You see here, the program steering committee can you see 161?
Yes.
Yes. The program steering committee asks you to analyze variances and trends in how many things? Cost, schedule, quality, risk, by comparing actual and forecast to plan values. And this will give us corrective actions or opportunities. Okay. This is the first step when we are doing trend analysis. And then in the second step, once we have identified the corrective actions, then subsequently you can understand from here all the subsequent plans, which is cost plan, schedule plan, quality plan, risk management plan, what other plans will be updated based on our corrective actions. And then in the third step, that will be executed, whatever is the required thing. Okay. So in all these two questions, he is talking you about a bigger picture, not the one picture. Okay. And one more thing to understand from 161 and 162 is that whenever you will be doing any type of analysis to see the variances and trends, it is not only limited to cost. Normally, what we think is that whenever we are doing analysis or trend thing, whatever is ahead or behind, we only talk about cost or schedule mostly. But here he has given you very clear picture that whenever we will analyze the trends variance, we will see a lot of things: cost, schedule, quality, and risk. Subsequently, we will identify the corrective actions that or the opportunities or the threats that have to be addressed, and subsequently all the program plans will be updated, not only one plan. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Good.
But is there any keyword like I thought the correct keyword would be program management plans. So even when we say program plans, it means
Yes, the correct answer will be program management plan, but I took this word directly from the exam content outline because there he
okay.
has given this word program plans. So I don't want to
Okay.
mention program management plan because mostly the keywords which are, because I will you will see our previous calls and the future calls also. Exam, have you read through the exam content outline, Rajan?
Yeah, I've gone through it, but I think I'll have to.
I will send you the highlighted version with the keywords. Okay, so
Sure.
it will make
Sure.
more sense. Then we have to target onto that things. Okay,
Sure.
163.
I ruled it out because I didn't see that's the right keyword, but I get
Okay,
your point. Yeah.
I will give send you. Okay, so the question says, who is responsible to manage program level issues by identifying and selecting a course of action consistent with the program scope, constraints, and objectives in order to achieve program benefits? Number A, program steering committee, project manager, program manager, and program sponsor. So it's a very simple question. The correct answer is C. We have to, the program manager is responsible to manage all the issues. Rajan, why you gave B?
No, I typo. I
Okay.
knew it was. I
Okay.
didn't see that.
Okay, so the key word is that if who is accountable to manage something or who is accountable to provide the resources, that will be the program sponsor. If he will ask you anything, who is responsible to approve the high level issues or something, that will be program steering committee. But overall responsibility to manage program level issues or doing anything at the program level is a responsibility of the program manager. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Clear. 164. Okay, so Rajan, please read the question.
Okay. You are in the program delivery phase. The key stakeholder has asked for a change in the cost of the program. As a program manager, in accordance with which plan you will manage this cost change in order to control scope, quality, schedule, cost, contract, risk, and reward. I think it is directly referring to the ECO. Cost management plan is wrong because it is not just about cost. It is about, they're talking about all scope, quality, schedule, risk. It's more about change management plan. Change management plan is the right thing, but cost management is the wrong one. Yeah.
So, and one more important thing, you will get a lot of questions. Just keep in mind, whenever he's talking about how will you manage the cost change or any change, that will be as per the change management plan. Okay, if he talks you about how will you manage the schedule change, it will be change management plan, not the schedule management plan. If it talks you how will you manage the quality change, it will be as per the change management plan. So any change will be as per the change management plan. Just remember this thing. Tehseen Saab and Kanwan Saab, is it clear?
Yes, it's
Good.
clear.
Yes,
So,
clear, sir. Clear.
good. So it's very important. Next question. Okay, so this is the same question. I just changed as a program manager, in accordance with which plan will you manage this scope change in order to control scope, cost, quality, schedule? The correct answer again will be C, which is a change management plan. And surely you will get 3 to 4 minimum questions from this topic. And don't get confused with any type of change, whether it's cost, schedule, or quality. The answer would be the change management plan. Okay.
So, say for example, if they have not included this other than anything of scope, then the answer would be just the scope management plan, right?
No,
They have not
no,
included the other parameters here.
no.
Say for example, they have.
If they say that as a program manager, in accordance with which plan will you manage the scope change? Question mark, right?
Correct. Yeah.
The again answer will be change management plan. Whatever will be the type of change, we have to manage as per the change management plan. Why? Because that scope change we will evaluate based on the change management plan, and then whatever with the subsequent plans that will be changed. Maybe that change will impact cost, schedule, quality, something like that. Then this is a
Got
second step. But any
Got it.
change, whether it's he says you only about change, or maybe he tells you about cost change, risk change. First step is change management plan.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay, once last question for today. Yasin साहब को answer. Okay, you conducted an impact assessment for program changes and recommend decisions in order to obtain approval in accordance with which of the following? Number one, Rajan gave change management plan. Why? Rajan, can you unmute yourself?
Governance is. I don't think governance will come here to this picture, because we have made a decision and look, it's something like we are going to a steering committee or the CAB where they are getting an approval. Governance is kind of a guardrail where there is a check and balances processes that are done to do this. So that's my understanding.
Okay. No, and Kamran Sahab, you gave C. Why?
Because you see, all roles and responsibilities, including authority level, is defined in program governance plan. So program manager is using his authority according to this governance plan. What is my understanding?
Okay. So here the correct answer is D. It's a governance model, and the reason is that you conducted impact assessments for program changes and recommend decisions in order to obtain. So here he's talking about assessment of the program changes and also whatever the decisions made. So A is obsolete because it's not only talking about managing the changes. If he would have said only you conducted impact assessment for the program changes and you decide and you execute something, that can be only the change management plan. But here this is 2 or 3 steps. We have done change, evaluated or assessed the program changes, and also we have recommended the decisions, and we have to get approval in accordance with the governance model, because Kamal sahab, governance plan will tell you the who are the rules and responsibilities to whom we have to get the approval. But here he's talking about in order to obtain approval in accordance with. So he's talking about the model or structure of something, not only the one plan. You understand what I want to say? If he's talking about to whom you have to see which roles and responsibilities you are going to get approval, then it is a program governance plan. But he is talking about a bigger picture, which is to recommend decisions in order to obtain approval in accordance with which of the following, that is a governance model. And for the easy reference, today in the group, I will send the exam content outline from where I took these questions, only this 5 or 6. So please revise it again, and let's see that how the questions are made from this. Okay. And Rajan, especially you please send me your personal number also on the message, and I will send you the complete highlighted version of the exam content outline for your review. And for today, we will send you for all, I will send only this relevant eco domains also. Okay.
Sure. I have a doubt here.
Yes.
Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I am making a change. So any change as a program manager or as a program management team, we will try to do the recommended action plan, right? So it's a normal thing that happens in the change management plan. So you will do some analysis and you will say, this is how I would like to rectify this defect or rectify this. So that's a normal process that even in change management plan, you will give decisions of what needs to be done, correct?
Yes. Wait a moment. Let me show you something. Can everyone see my screen?
Not yet. Yeah, now working.
Okay. So please read this task 29.
Okay. Direct question.
Can you read it loud, please? Can you read it loud, please?
Conduct impact assessment for program changes and recommend decisions in order to obtain approval in accordance with governance model. Okay.
Okay, so this is coming from here. So I will send you this highlighted all the things which is our key document that we have prepared for you to prepare only for the exam, because the question will come directly like this one. And then we have to understand how are the keywords related to this.
So the highlighted ones are something like keywords, and the one that is not. Okay.
And the question, when he will ask you the question and the answer keywords are in the highlighted things. So you have to only focus on the highlighted thing, not the complete English story. Okay, it's easy to remember. Okay. Any other question from anyone from today's call?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So far, no.
Okay. So thank you very much for this attending the call, and we will discuss something after I stop the recording, please. Thank you very much for attending.
Thank you.